Okay, good morning, friends. Welcome to Moxie Gardens. I'm Mike Toomey, and today I'm coming to you from my little land here in Kansas, Zone 6A. Should be a lot of fun. We are going to work on this project back here. This was a huge success. A lot of you chimed in, and I absolutely loved it. A lot of you really loved the sun. Probably 90-some% said let's keep it. So got a little secret, regardless if we liked it or not on this video. Mama said to keep it, so we were keeping it anyway. But thank you guys for all the entertainment through your comments. I really liked it. It seems like you probably really liked it. You know that this video was the most commented video I'd had. And I'm so excited because that means that we were relatable in some way. So I appreciate you guys for watching that video and you know, chiming in. So thank you very, very much. That being said, today we're going to work on that. We had some morning showers today, which is great because here in Kansas, we start to really slim down on the rain the more we move towards July. So I popped in a video this morning and talked about it on my Instagram. So if you have Instagram or thinking about downloading it, follow me at Moxie_Gardens. That's a lot of fun. I really like that little part because I can use different music and short videos, and so I really like the Instagram page. That's a lot of fun, so join in if you'd like. Let's get started. We're going to go ahead and add our little Whimsy today. This is going to be a work in progress. This video won't be the conclusion of this. We're just going to continue on, and we might go to the other side of the yard and work on something else, or might go to the front yard and work on something else, and then we'll come back to this throughout the season. And because I don't want to rush through, because sometimes you take shortcuts when you rush through. And although a lot of you had a lot of charming things to add and that I should add, we'll probably incorporate some of those. Some of those we were probably already going to do. So we're thinking a lot alike. I like that. So you're my kind of people. That being said, let's just jump in here. Let's get dirty and let's see where the day takes us. And hopefully this video finds you with a little smile and a chuckle and some inspiration. So let's get started. Okay, guys. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very fun, interesting. Again, this is just a little pocket in the room, or a little room in this garden. Everywhere we turn, every bend that we take, we want to create a new talking point, a new adventure in this garden. And as the trees and everything have matured, I'm allowed that opportunity to come in here and do whatever I want in little pockets. And that's why I created this. You can see that sidewalk where it comes around the corner sharply. And that's really what I was really just trying to get at years ago when I was creating this garden. And the more my imagination took me, and the more I wanted to create different rooms in a garden versus it being just, you know, the garden just being towards one general idea. I just didn't like that, because I appreciate and like so much that are out there. So I wanted to incorporate so many things into the garden. I thought, what better way than to create little pockets, little rooms, however you prefer to describe it. So let's move right along. A lot of fun I had. The question for this video will be, what do you guys think about this little fence? I popped it in there, and I'm really interested what you guys think. My wife's on one side of the fence, I'm on the other, but I think it looked like used to be a fence. The housekeeper didn't keep up, and here we are sometime later. That's my imagination, but what a lot of color as we go through here. I know we did this video last week, and so I don't want to really spend too much time right there, but I was trying to figure out what can I do different around that door to kind of, you know, make it look more like a door, or how can I make it look like it's not just you know, an image on a piece of metal. So hopefully that hit the spot. I will go out there on an adventure and try to find me the hinges. I still think that is a really good idea. So we'll see how we can incorporate that right off here to my right. And I didn't make any purchases for any of this. So that ladder right there that I've incorporated in here, I think it fits the scale for this garden. You could think for this space, maybe somebody had to get up and work on the roof. And that's where their ladder left the last time they were there. And I really, really like the old paint and the different colors. It tells a story. Maybe painting a frame, maybe painting a window, doors, house, whatever. You get to use your imagination. Let the story take you where you would like. So when I seen that ladder years ago, I had to pick it up and I brought it home. Found it at an antique store. I'm always looking for a story. So, and then, well, of course, then you saw the door frame that I was talking about. I think might have just jumped past that, but let me jump back on it. Went to Hobby Lobby. Sorry about that pause there, but went to Hobby Lobby, made a purchase of 2 wreaths, and then I cut them down in halves. I spared you the boredom of watching me cut those down, but instead of cutting it straight across, I went through and cut up and down and found twigs, you know, 6-7 inches off from the other one, so I could incorporate those together, so it didn't look like it was just cut right across and then I had to try to figure out how to blend it. I think it turned out really well. Again, we'll get the hinge on there. The little door handle, still really incredible piece for me. I really like that door handle. So this is, somebody asked me, a suggestion was to go and weather that a little bit. I thought about weathering it when I was building it, but I also had this in mind, and I really wanted to still keep that color. I think if I would have weathered it too much or even a little bit, I might have distracted from everything, all the color that was going on from there. So still a possibility, who knows. And I don't know that I touched on it the last time, those nails that are in there wonky and then bent over. I did that intentionally so that, you know, again, it's all about the story this little garden's telling. I talked about the fence right there. I really think that's kind of fun, and you guys will have to let me know what you think. So this video was about this piece particularly. I think it turned out really well. I took those railroad ties and incorporated those in there. Again, I wanted to kind of enclose this area a little bit and take it from the depth of what was behind. I will be doing the waterfall to the pond on the other side. If you've been following me for any time, you'll know that on the other side, let me raise this up a bit. The waterfall and the water pond is back there, but I'm going to create a larger pond up top, and so that it cascades down as a waterfall. But really I wanted to kind of personalize this space, so I closed it off from the back. Another particular part that I was really interested in was softening all the brown and all the hardscape that is around it. So you can see I added all these boxwoods in, and that's the sole purpose for that. If you're asking why did you put those in there, I really wanted to just soften the metals, the railroad ties, all those different things. And you know, over time those boxwoods will come up and kind of blend in, and it will all just kind of you know, fit the story. And as the seasons go on, and I've changed out different ways and different ideas through here, that will still be a main drop and soften up all the hardscape. So that was another important part to this piece. Let's see, those lanterns. I picked up those lanterns years and years and years ago. They were on another piece of the garden, and oddly enough, those pieces had been forgotten about because they the vine that was over it overgrew them. So my wife ventured past all the bugs and went in there and dug them out for me while I was over here. So thank you very much, Jesse. So oddly enough as well, I bought this one back at the college, or the town where my kids went to college. And then I was up here when I bought that ladder, I purchased that one, and I did not know that when I purchased those they were exactly the same. So when I got them home, I was shocked to see that happened. You know, about 3-hour drive away, and I brought home the same one out of all the ones I could have picked out. This one is missing the glass, and that's okay. Not worried about it at all. They're not functioning, but they might, because I might incorporate some lights in there, some solar lights or something. You never know what this garden might bring you. Okay, so let's go into the planters. I will throw those planters. Again, I did this video last year and incorporated them into this space. I will drop the information so that if you are interested in purchasing those, they come in, I think, 3 different colors last year: a white, a bronze, maybe black. I don't know, but you can go on the website and see. I want to say they were from overstock.com, but I'm sure I'm wrong, but we'll figure it out, and we'll put it up there for you guys to go online and see what you think. So I really wanted to incorporate like a vegetable garden idea into those. The only thing is I don't get very much sun back here, if at all. So you're probably wondering, why would I put potato vine when they thrive off the sun? 2 parts. One, because of their color. I think that color will really brighten up this darker space back here. Once again, we get very little sun. And then you look around and you see all the dark hardscape that's incorporated in here. So I needed something to come out with a little bit of fire. And so I think those chartreuse colors really pop off the screen. And we'll do a number, and it won't take long. Those of you who have ever messed with potato vine, it doesn't take them long at all. I pumped in a bunch in there. Again, shaded spots, so they won't perform the way that they would if they were getting 6 to 12 hours or 8 hours of sun, whichever. But I think they'll still highlight this area, and so when they grow in, they will be at the bottom of those lanterns, which I think will be really cute. And then if you are a doodler or someone who likes to just go out in the garden and not really take on big projects throughout every day of the week, like myself, it's kind of fun to come in here and bring a pair of clippers. I'm always walking around with a pair of clippers and a leaf bag, and I'm just kind of trimming up and tidying up as we go, and losing the day behind me, and kind of just having fun and getting lost in the garden. And so this will allow me to come through here and kind of doodle, as I was saying, and trim up, and you know, just allow me to be part of the garden and do little projects and still feel like I did something at the end of the day. So that'll be fun. So they'll really, really fill in those spaces, and I won't let them hang over. They'll hang over probably a little bit like this one is, or maybe like this, but ultimately that they're gonna fill in that space. But I won't allow them to get crazy in here, because I still want to share everything that is around it, plus the planters. I think the planters are really cute. Then we went back here and we got some coleus. Now, again, I'm trying to incorporate the garden ideas. So we got the potato vine, you know. So then when I did those coleus, they look a lot like, somebody helped me, they're the little pepper plants. They put off the little yellow and red pepper plants. So in a way, my mind tells me I still did the accomplish the task by adding a little bit of fairy garden in here, if you will. So you're wondering where I got this piece. Those of you who have been with me once again, if you've been following, you know I took that gazebo out behind me and we're incorporating a new project back there. As the season progressed last year and I cut down that did I say trumpet vine? I meant wisteria vine. And then when I came out this spring, this was laying there and I thought, oh my gosh, that's art. I can incorporate that into the garden. So about 3 months ago when I was, you know, imagining this space, what was I going to do with it? I thought, oh my gosh, that's going in the planter. The good part about all of this is I can take it out whenever I want and we can change this. So this isn't a forever thing, but I think that piece will stay with me in the garden and I can move it throughout the garden, like moving furniture in the house as every season comes around or a new season comes around and I come up with a new idea. Those railroad ties that are back there, once again, they're holding the soil in, and then you will not have seen it, obviously, because I haven't done it yet, but as the season continues and I get back there to do the pond, there will be more soil that tucks up against this from that side. So it will station that together. But what else is important is that those boxwoods will stand a better chance. So you know I have clay soil, and then you know above me are all these trees. I've got red buds, I got maples, so those roots are just mangled in there and really can't dig into that soil. So in order for me to incorporate those boxwoods into this garden, I had to get kind of clever a little bit, or maybe not clever to some of you, but if you're new to gardening, kind of clever and elevate this space. That's why I took these planters and elevated them up on to center blocks to give me the height. And then of course they're in 3 separate heights. I added that double center block there to really kind of lift that up off the ground. And then those boxwoods can sit down in some soil. Should I mend my soil? That somebody's going to ask me, why did I not do a better ratio of the natural soil versus what I implemented it? You know what? I'm taking a chance. Those boxwoods were almost dirt cheap. Here's how I get a lot of my plants. If you're wondering, how does this guy end up with plants? A lot of the times I will find, especially that I live in the metro, I will find and search out box stores, not your nurseries, but box stores. We all know which box stores are out there, and we all know which neighborhoods they're in, and you can find really sweet deals out there by just going in there and talking to someone, because they're not nurseries. This is an added burden to them to carry the plants, and so they're not out there properly watering and maintaining, right? So if you can find those box stores that struggle throughout the seasons, not only can you get it in the spring, not only during the summer, but you can go into fall with mums and poinsettias and different things and incorporate those into your budget. And that's what I do. I find a lot of times, a lot of plants. If you've ever watched these videos, and I'll say I stole from what I think was, I was going to do a project some other time, and I'm going to add it to the project I'm currently working on. That's because I'll go and I'll snatch up all these really good deals, and we kind of nurse them back together. My wife will come out here in the morning and she will water, and she will get these things getting back to healthy. We'll add the right nutrients and get them out of the planters that might be harming them for whatever reason. Sometimes after windstorms, these plants are laying around and they're getting ready to throw them away. You throw them a nickel or two, and then before you know it, you've got enough to bring back to the garden and look like you know what you're doing. And that's kind of how we manage this garden. So I would tell you to do your research, especially if you're in the big metro areas like I am. There are box stores everywhere, and you can find really good deals, and treat people good and they'll treat you good back. And so what I mean by that is there's someone out there at a box store that's just waiting for a friendly face to come by, and you could be that friendly face and you'll get a sweet deal. So nothing wrong with being nice to everybody. So okay, so we went through all that. We understand why I didn't add the soils and mend those together. We know that those planters are going to stand out this season just based off of that. Even if I'm looking right here and it's late evening, you can see how bright those planters are as the darker that we get during the evening time. So I really think that's going to pop, and I'll come from the other angle here in a second. But let's look at this last little piece that we put together. And of course, if you've followed me for any length of time, or if you missed the video, years ago, my daughter and her friend were coming back from college, and I found this little wheelbarrow on Facebook, and I did not read the entire description, and I was like, hey, this wheelbarrow is like $5. It's got a cute wheel, bring it home. My daughter and her friend were like, well, it's not gonna fit in the trunk. And I said, well, give it a shot anyways. I really want it. It's super cheap and it's cute. So they came home and they're just laughing their backsides off. They get into the front, or to the backyard where I'm standing, and now the whole family is bought into this conversation of how this happened. And then they pull it out from behind their back, and I'm like, what is that? And they're like, that's what you wanted. So little did I know that was a little wheelbarrow, but I thought it would be incorporated into here. Is it off scale? Yes, it is off scale compared to the little hobbit door, the ladder. I think those two do well together. I think the planters and everything play well together scale wise. I think the little deteriorating fence plays well together, but the wheelbarrow does not, and that's okay because I popped it over here. I even think this little water piece that we put out last year, again, it is off simply so that the noise isn't picked up on this camera, and then you're annoyed by the sound of the water in the background. But if I get you down here close, really intimate spot right through here, how cute is that? And I didn't even want to line them up perfectly. I want them leaning and whatnot. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is probably one of my more fun projects, and the results absolutely, they make me happy. It pushes me forward to do some other projects. But again, a small piece of the room, right? A small piece of this garden, and you cannot see it from any advantage point in the garden. You literally have to walk back here. If I bring you around here and then come back the other way, nice and slowly, because I know some of you would rather Jesse videotape for me rather than me send you down some roller coaster of a ride. Let's slide back around here. Sounds like somebody's puppy is in trouble. If you can hear that from the background. But look at this. Nice and slow. Just really cute. This video is probably longer than any of you will probably watch, but I think it turned out really well, and there's going to be a little bit more coming. I'm not 100% sold on what is coming. I will tell you, I think for the most part, if I start to do any more, it might be just too much, and so I'll calm down from this project and I'll move on to the next project. So that being said, I just want to thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for all the comments and the friendly back and forth, the emails, especially on my Instagram. Thank you guys for that. Thank you for the emails. Wonderful humans out there, and I can't be more happy than what we're doing here. So thank you for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we will talk to you folks another time. See you on the flip side. Bye-bye now.